Hello there everybody, and welcome back to another episode of An Ecologist Plays, where we are exploring the undergrowth here and trying our best to survive and not die in the process of doing this as the wolf spider comes walking around here. So we are just going to ignore him while chilling on our base over here as he comes walking past. That is why we did not make a home on the ground. There he goes. Bye, Mr. Wolf Spider. Right. Now, you guys have really made my weekend. With this last episode on Friday, that really seems to have just blown up. And I want to thank all of you for watching it and for commenting and for liking the video and subscribing. Man, oh man, am I appreciating all the subscribers. You guys are amazing. So thank you all for that. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is the best time to do it, you know. And I really want to just extend my deepest thanks for all of you who have subscribed and enjoy the channel and enjoy the videos. So with that having been said, today we are in for a treat. In a little bit, we are going to go, once that wolf spider has really properly gone, we are going to go to the ant's nest, which is right over there, and we're going to do that little burgle quest to do the chip sleuth one, to get the burgle chip down in the red ant's nest. So that is round about in that area, actually, right over there. That is where we are heading, and I will again just make sure that this wolf spider is gone, and I will be back with you in a moment. So hope you guys enjoy the episode. I'll see you in a bit. Now, currently, we are all dressed up in our red ant armor, which gives us the buff of humant over there, which means that the red ants see us as one of them. And that is incredibly important because we are now going to go and find the grave robbery burgle chip. And if we go into our quests here, we can see here that they give us a little bit of a riddle. They say in a hill to the west is where you start the quest. Straight through a rooted room gets you closer to the tomb. Past the tunnel of red rests a soul that is dead. Down the hole lies your goal. And yeah, that's all they tell us. Now, before we go there is one thing I also want to go and prepare, and that is just a slime mold torch. And to do that, I'm just going to quickly go over here to the base of this one over here, of this tripod. And after killing a bunch of these mites, I will have access to slime mold in a little tunnel there. So into this tunnel we can quickly run, and if we go down just a little bit, we have access here to the slime mold stalk, which is a new resource for us, and we are just going to grab, I think, 4 of those. Now, we haven't actually gone through here, but if we do, by getting out our hammer and we break through the pebbles here, not only will we gain an access to a lot of little pebblets over here, but we will also be able to access this here, which is a sturdy marble piece. Now, we can't use this yet, but we are going to be able to break it a little bit later, perhaps in the next episode. We also have a scabby down here, which is again the color scheme that is at the bottom left-hand corner there. And there are also some things digging around, and 500 raw science, of course, as well. Now, you'll see why we came to collect these slime mold stalks in a little bit, but slime mold basically being a type of fungus, but not a mushroom fungus. Let's have a look here. So, now, from the baseball to get to the anthill, if we have a look on our map here, we got the quest from Burgle over there, and it said that the hill is to the west, which will be somewhere in this area most likely, and we are currently here. If we go, I think if we go there, around there, we should be able to get to the ant hill. Now, do not try to do this unless you have got good armor and good weapons, or unless you are dressed up as a red ant. And if you are dressed up as the red ant in your full red ant armor, you are able to access the nest without being attacked by these soldier ants, which are moving over here. There are some nice red ant soldiers over here. So we saw some of them previously in the red oak lab as we went down into the burrows. We saw some of the red ant soldiers as well. But now we are going into the belly of the beast over here. And I've got my torch and my hammer equipped. Both of those are going to be very important. Okay, now extending or going down into this burrow, you'll find quite a few of the brittle quartzite, shards, and also a few of the brittle marble shards. So this is a very nice place to start out, where things to upgrade your weapons with. And here we go. There is another brittle marble little piece over here. So again, breaking it up now just gives us the 3 brittle marble shards that we can get. And then deeper we go. Now, in this case, we're just first exploring, and we are going to be seeing or getting to the chip in a moment. Just going down, you'll get a whole bunch of these marble shards. And we just carry down a little bit. Carry on down. Now, this here is the reason why I collected some slime mold earlier. I analyzed it, and it gave me the recipe to make the slime mold torch, which we can use underwater. A normal torch just gets extinguished eventually as you go into the water here, and then you're left in the dark. But a slime mold torch will last. Doesn't last very long, but it does give you at least a little bit of light in the dark. Now, there is another way to get to this point. We basically are going up now. You can also come down. So if you had gone right instead of left, we went down into the water, you would have come down this. And if we look at the riddle, it says straight through a rooted room gets you closer to the tomb. And I believe the rooted room is this one here. The path winds a little bit to the left, and you go straight to this side. And then it says, past a tunnel of red rests a soul that is dead. Down the hole lies your goal. So this here is the tunnel of red. So down the tunnel of red. And if we go through the tunnel, we get into this room, and guess what's in the floor? A hole in the floor. So we just jump down. And you have got a random chance of a variety of different food over here. We're just going to take some apple pieces here, just 5. We don't need more than that. And here is the burgle chip. The grave robbery burgle chip that we needed. Brilliant. And it says that there was a soul that is dead, and here's a soul that is dead. And on it, you can find the rotten bee shoulder pads. In this nest of the ants, you can get all 3 bee armor pieces, albeit a little bit rotten versions, which means they degrade a little bit quicker than the other ones. Now, a second piece of the armor set you can get by, there will be turned off into the red tunnel over there, just going on more to this side, and ignoring the sounds of fighting above us, or somewhere in this nest. And you go up here, there's an ant egg. Don't pick it up unless you want all the ants to come and attack you. But there is an ant egg there, and some broken shards of the ant eggs over there as well. And then if you jump on this ledge over here, walk along here, you'll find another skeleton with the mask, the headpiece of that. And the last part of the set you can get by coming through the red tunnel. Here we had the tunnel over here, the hole in the ground. Just look to the left thereof, and over here amongst, in this case, some ants' eggs, you can find the skeleton and the shin guards. And then you have a full armor set. Now, I'm probably going to do something very, very stupid. And that is to do exactly what I told you not to do. And that is to pick up these ant eggs. Because currently, there are no ants here. And I'm not sure whether they will attack me if they don't know that I picked it up. We are going to find out in a moment. As I now quickly try to make my way out of this nest. There's only one entrance, and therefore only one exit into this nest. Which means if we now get attacked by ants, we know that it was a bad idea. However, when you look at that, it seems they don't attack you unless they see you pick up the egg. So if you find an abandoned egg, yes, you can do that. Now there is a reason why I wanted to pick up the eggs. There is something we can make with it. But in order to get that, we must quickly run back to our base. And that is because combining the 2 fungal growth that we got from our little infected larvae that attacked us previously, combining that with the one of the red ants that we just stole, and 4 dry grass chunks, we can create a bratwurst. And that is a lovely, lovely little bomb that we can make. Now, unfortunately, I forgot I only had 2 pieces of fungal growth in this playthrough. So these red ants' eggs are going to hatch, and we don't want that. So we are, unfortunately, just going to trash them. Going to quickly go and analyze that red ant egg over there if we make it on time, because they are going to hatch. You cannot store the red ant eggs. Okay, so it has also been destroyed. Now, of course, an ant's nest like that would have a whole bunch of different casts. You'll have your workers that we've encountered thus far. You'll have your soldiers, of course, which we also have seen down there as well. And then you would have your queen, and the queen would be the one that is responsible for laying the eggs in the nest, of course. And one female can lay eggs for a very, very long time and can lay a lot of eggs. So yeah, that was our little red ant's nest journey. Now we can quickly go to Burgle and just go and hand in the chip sleuth, and then we'll be on our way to do one last little thing that I want to do today. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, so we are in the oak lab, and I had just quickly scanned my hand over here. I hadn't done this previously. Down in this little chamber we have 500 raw science. And down here, where we are going to come later, I think in the next episode possibly, we have a golden molar. Now, this is an awesome, albeit gross way of leveling yourself up, getting all kinds of things, additional things, and I'll talk about that next time. So in the recording that was also done there by the golden molar, there was basically Dr. Wendell Tully mentions that he is worried that the hedge lab will fall apart, or one of the labs will fall apart based on the fact that the Ominent, the company for which he worked, produced these lab pieces quite shoddily. So, yeah, basically a premonition of what is to come. But let's say hello to Burgle. Hello, Burgle.
How can I help you today?
I had found this.
Chips. Thank you.
Sounds like me when I'm snackish or peckish. More chips.
And let us see what I can remember. Much better. Check the ASL Terminal Science Shop for the new recipes. Have a great day.
Now that Burgle has his auxiliary chip, we can go back into the science shop over here, and there are now a few more things that we can get. We have 5,600 points to use, so let's have a look here. I will definitely be going for the fiber bandage efficiency upgrade, because this does mean that I can use, instead of 3 plant fibers and 2 sap per bandage, I use 1 plant fiber and 1 sap per bandage. Now, bandages are not the best way to heal up. There are far better ways, but at least it is a way to patch yourself up in between fights and stuff. Also going to go for torch upgrade, because that just means that our torches last longer. And the cooking 101, so I can make a little cookery and start making proper meals as we go along. And then lastly, also, might as well go for the canteen upgrade. I don't think I have made a canteen, so now at least we'll be able to make the upgraded one. So we also have 2 more quests here. Hunt the lawn mites, we are definitely going to do that. And then the Trowel Gulch, which we also have to put up a marker. We also have Great Oak Beacon as a marker that we have to set up. So for that, we need 2 sprigs, I've got enough. We need 2 plant fibers, I've got enough. And we need 1 clover leaf, and we can get that basically there where the marker is. So we may as well just quickly go and do that as well for the free science points. Now, for this, where you want to go is here by the light, by the oak tree. And do remember that under there should be some wolf spiders sleeping. Can't see them, so they may be active. And do keep an eye out for them. You go up this little twig over here. Go up this twig. Grab some sap if you want to. And then getting to the top here, you can find this marker over here. Now, previously, there was also an Orb Weaver Jr. spider over here. Haven't seen him the last few times that I or my wife had come through here. So I think it is no longer on this point, or at this point over here. But then here is the trail marker. And we can just quickly build it. And that is done. Now we can mark this, and you can choose whichever way you want to mark it, of course. We're just going to make it as a yellow gem to illustrate the light shining from up here. So that's great. We've got this done. Now, there are two things that I want to do before we end today's episode. And both of them involve us going in that direction. So right over there, you can see a little spade in the ground there. That is Trowel Gulch. And if we can go down to that, we can make our second little beacon. Now, do be careful. There is also a bombardier beetle in this area, so you may just want to make sure that you've got your bow ready. There are also lawn mites, so those are alright. It's the bombardier beetle that you've got to worry about, and he usually hangs around in that area on that side. And there's the bombardier beetle. Oh! He's feeling particularly evil, hiding in an area where I'm not used to it being. That's the second one gone. 3. And here comes the bombardier beetle. Now, bombardier beetles do spray a very corrosive chemical like that. However, usually they actually tuck their abdomen under their body when they actually spray. They don't put it over like that. Oof. And they are also quite vicious predators, so they've got very strong biting mouth parts in combination with their corrosive acid. Now, do not stand in that pool of chemicals. That is going to corrode your health so quickly. Best way to go and avoid or get rid of bombardier beetles is to use ranged attacks and just jump out of the way as they attack you. If you get close, of course, they are going to try and bite you. But they can't bite you if you're not close. They can try to spray chemicals at you. And this, which I just walked through, this chemical is a self-defense mechanism. Now, in this game, they are very, very aggressive creatures. Normally, they wouldn't go and attack you, but they're called blister beetles or bombardier beetles for a reason. Actually, I think it's bombardier and blister beetles are actually two different species as far as I know. There we go. Let's just peep this little guy. And very, very hard carapace. This is a typical beetle where it's got a hard shell or a hard outer ring cover. And then under there, you would have your typical little softer wings, which in the Hemiptera, the bugs, like the stink bug we had a look at previously, in the bugs, the front wing is semi-hard and semi-soft. In this case, it is all hard, the covering, the outer wing for them. Now, we have enough ingredients to go and build this little beacon as well. And we're just going to mark it with a squiggle and a dark grey to indicate that we need to come through and break these acorns and then use our bratwurst to actually open it up. So we're going to do that next time. For now, however, after killing this annoying little one, and this one here as well, oh, and this one as well, there's a specific spot I want to go to. I want to show you where to get probably the most useful mutation. After killing 2 more mites at least.
Those mites are no match for the might of a small heat.
There we go. Oh, there are some more mites over here. We don't want to go there. I want to run past into the wetland area. Into the area where we have fireflies. There's a chance for mosquitoes, although they apparently only now spawn after the first burgle chip had been handed in, which we have just done. So there is a chance that we are going to encounter some mosquitoes as well. Now, we had a firefly in our house the other day, which is amazing. It didn't glow like this one. It was just flying around, but it was definitely a firefly. Now, fireflies basically produce these flashes. Oh, we are under attack by a larva, of course. And we're just going to quickly go and kill him with a pincer made from one of his brothers. And here comes another one. Hello, you want to join your friend, eh? Yes, you will join your friend in death. Remember, perfect blocks are your friend. because it has a chance to some extent stun. Hello. A little bit of difficult to perfect block if you don't know they're coming. Hello. And there we go. That's one. Now he's going to run away. No, you're not. You're going to die. That's what you're going to do. Okay. That, of course, is the problem coming here at night. In the daytime, all these larvae are sleeping right over there. And now at night, they are running around. Best time to come here would then, of course, be during the daytime. As I was saying, the fireflies do produce their glow with a chemical reaction. This is known as bioluminescence. Bioluminescence meaning a living organism producing light. And that is what these guys are doing. Mostly to communicate with one another, either as individuals or to communicate to attract a partner. That's basically like a little courtship display for them to some extent as well. But I'll be talking more about the fireflies in a later episode. For now, what we are looking for in this general area is actually this leaf right over here. So it's in a little indentation like this. There's a big rock over here, little indentation, and then there's this kind of decomposed leaf. And this is the reason why I also made the little slime mold torch, because if you go down in here, you jump down, and there's a tunnel leading in. Now you can, best would be to do this if you have got your swimming gear, a gill tube and stuff like that, but you can also swim through and just keep swimming, and there's a scabby down there which we can pick up on the way out. But just follow the tunnel and you'll end up in this area over here. And let's just shed some normal light over here. And this is a 4-leaf clover. So just a normal old clover with 4 little leaflets up there. Now, 4-leaf clovers are actually relatively common. They can go up to, I think, 12 of these leaflets per leaf, or per stem. So, yeah, a 12-leaf clover would be even, I think, guess more lucky than a normal old 4-leaf clover. But here, inside, when you get to the 4-leaf clover, you get the mutation coup de grace, which is probably the most useful one. It means that you have a chance to do critical hit. Now, can't remember what the chance is. It does increase as you get the 2nd level of coup de grace as well. But this is extremely useful. This will activate with all kinds of things. Even just hitting rocks and harvesting grass, there's a chance that it can activate on your hit. Attacking enemies, there's a chance that it can activate on hit, which is extremely, extremely useful. You do great damage when you get a critical hit. And we'll probably see that in the next episode when we are taking on some larger prey. But for now, here in the cave with the moonlight shining down on us, we are going to call it a day. Thank you again so much for joining me on this little adventure. Hope you had a marvelous day, and I will see you guys on Friday for the next episode of An Ecologist Plays. Until then, stay safe. I will see you all soon.